Hello, Ruthless Nations. Another Thursday night of action-packed racing right here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. And tonight it will be the Captain Dave's Lobsters 200 from New Hampshire. And as we get the field ready and set after qualifying here, we will get going after my invite is sent and we accept it. And we will see what's going down in the big bad state of New Hampshire. Chasing 1,000, you're right. 8th place. We are chasing 1,000. But before anything happens, I just want to let you all know, make sure you tune in next Thursday during the Las Vegas race to subscribe and comment your full YouTube username for a chance to win one of those diecasts that are in the video that we shared yesterday. If you haven't checked that out, go on over to the YouTube channel and find our 500 subscriber giveaway video, and that will give you all the information you need to know about how to enter for your chance to win one of those awesome diecasts. And there will be 2 of you that win, not just one. So make sure you're there. There is 2 chances to win one diecast, or 2 slots. You could be one of 2 slots to win a diecast. So make sure you're there. Starting to get the invites. And also I want to go ahead and apologize to anybody that for tonight, due to there not being a stream for me to see. So I will be totally blind on what's going on in the race tonight, as far as laps to go and stuff like that, where people are, how people finish, because I know it can be pretty crazy out there at a short track. Alright, awesome. We got Ed streaming tonight for us. Big shout out to Ed. So, Edward Thompson on YouTube, Edward Thompson 2216 for anybody that's interested. That is where I will be getting my stream information tonight. So big thanks to Ed. Here we go. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ed. Truly appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who has joined us here. We're just waiting for the race to start. It is the Captain Dave's Lobsters 200 from New Hampshire. And looks like the lobby is about ready to go. About less than 10 seconds from joining here. As always, everyone, thank you so much for supporting us here at the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. Alright, so we're getting going here. Captain Dave 200. Well, it's not really a 200, it's more like a, I guess it's more like a 150, but nonetheless, here we are. That's right, Captain Dave's is back. Back with the lobster. Alright, game, let me in here. I want to call this green flag. Alright, everybody, this is the moment you've been waiting for. It's going to be the green flag from New Hampshire this evening as Henson Racing makes his way back to the Ruthless Racing Series and takes a pole. In doing so, it'll be Henson Typical and Elvin the top 3. And the 47 of One Fast Bean gets in there, along with Hollywood was 5th, but drops back rather quickly. Nomad in the 8 able to get around. New Hampshire is a tough track. Could see, got a lot of bumping, as I was getting ready to say it. Could see a lot of bumping here this evening. Elvin's already jumped out there to the lead around the two top performers in qualifying. Typical finds himself way high here. I don't know if he's having some issues or prefers that line. Looks like a few people got off the wall back here. It could be shaky coming down into this turn. Nearly 3 wide here for 5th place. All right, already some good action-packed racing here. One Fast Bean finds himself up here in the top 3 early. So is Nomad. So we see a lot of the favorites shuffle back through the field. There's your leader, Elvin Priest. Looks like he's jumped out to quite the lead here early on. Hollywood, though, he has found himself right back where he started. Typical, on the other hand, finds himself back in the pack. So does Henson in that 18 out on the outside. We'll stay on board with Typical, see how he navigates his way through the field. Someone gets around in turn number 1. Don't know who it was. Somebody did it. There's Ed, though. He is our stream tonight. So starting to get some spacing throughout the field here in stage number 1 with 32 laps remaining. Will be a pit stop in this stage. And any pit stop from this point forward will be able to make it to the end. There's Typical chasing down that top bunch. Even Elvin's lead is not as large over the other 2 cars as it was before. You can see One Fast Bean and Nomad still up there, bumper to nose. And Typical is finding himself way up this track during these turns. Elvin's still in the lead here. Stage number 1 from New Hampshire, the Captain Dave's 200. Captain Dave's Lobster's 200, sorry. One Fast Bean looking good out here. He's going to work towards the inside of the 8 here. He's got him on the quarter panel. I think the outside lane has the advantage, but he won't be cleared to get down low. As that lowest lane here at New Hampshire has a different way of coming off the track. That bottom lane is more flat than the rest, and it's very easy to spin out down there. You can see a good battle off the 8 of Nomad here. He tries to go back out to the outside and make it work. We'll catch these two going down into turn 1. Typical has found himself up here with these guys. Henson also worked his way back through the field now up into 5th place. Hollywood finds himself behind the top 5 here in 6th. Hollywood's running that Code 3 Tony Stewart scheme, which is a diecast that you will be able to select if you were to win next week. Also signed Code 3 number 14 Tony Stewart diecast. Yeah, so one of the choices for the giveaway next Thursday. Like Skew Card just mentioned, 1 week until the diecast giveaway, 2 winners will be picked. One Fast Bean, he finds himself in 2nd, but Elvin finds himself way in 1st. One Fast Bean kind of finding himself way in 2nd. Get on board here through the field, Dunlap in the 24, making one of his many Ruthless Racing starts. 20 of Hamlin Nation finds himself up here, a part of this top 5 now, as he drops Henson back. There's Shepard in the 48, long-time runner here in the Ruthless Racing Series. Always good to have Shepard out here. There's Henyo as he moved up from the Pro Series after a win earlier in the season in the Pro-Am Series. And there's Big Ben always in that 19 car. Back here is Smitty filling in for the 21 of Trav. We got one way down to the inside there. It might have been the 4 car of Jared. It was. Not sure what happened to him there. He's running that nice Bush scheme tonight. And there's Ed in the 9, and back up here to Henson, who started on the pole, finds himself in 5th position, 6th position now. There's Typical, finds himself in 3rd, had to work back up for it. He's going to catch one fast Bean up into the turn here, I believe, as Bean grabs some wall coming out of turn number 4. He's going to be very defensive down there on the lower lanes. I personally like to race in that 2nd lane up from the bottom. A lot of different strategies being looked upon here tonight, as Elvin is just chomping away from the field. Typical trying to catch him. No shortness of excitement here from New Hampshire so far. As Typical is able to get around there. I believe a caution has came out somewhere throughout the field. Henyo got heavy damage. We'll see anybody else. 19 of Big Ben heavy damage. Possibly some damage on the 21 in that wreck. The number 9's got some damage. Could just be some wall damage. So there we go. No pit stop going to be required in this one. This stage anyways. We do got 15 drivers out there tonight. I don't know whose car did not get ran. As we get ready to go from the restart here in stage number 1 after a caution, it'll be Elvin Priest up on the 1st position. 47 of Ed, or I'm sorry, of One Fast Bean gets down rather quickly, forces Typical out to the outside. And here we go, we are racing. See if Elvin's able to hang on to it with Typical able to get onto his bumper so quickly. Typical making the same mistake of staying outside here on the early run. He's going to get bumped coming out of 4. He's going to cause a little bit of an issue. But everybody able to retain the reins as they go down into turn number 1. You can see Hollywood in the 14's worked himself up to 2nd, getting a good push off that number 8 of Nomad. Gets going out to the outside, retains 2nd place. Hamlin Nation down to the inside in the 20. Oh, big bump there by Hamlin Nation on the 8. It's going to push him up the track, possibly get a little bit of the 14. A lot of bumping here from the 18 on the 47's bumper. Short track racing. We'll jump on board with Hollywood here as he is in 2nd place. You can see the field back through there is just door to door in a couple places. So Hollywood's got a lot of people trying to move inside on him here, not able to get it done. One Fast Bean in that 47 has moved way back from being in 2nd earlier. There's a lot of these more established guys try to make their way up to the front. Typical Hamlin Nation out on the outside. Typical works back down low to the 8 of Nomad, back to the outside coming out of the turn. A lot of movement there out of that 2 car. Good single file line coming into 1. Most of them take the same lane. Typical tries to dive it a little low to get a little advantage on that 8 coming out. Not going to be able to do it. Drops back even with Henson and possibly loses another spot in this process. See the 8 slow down low. Slows up Typical, and that's going to cause him to drop another spot here. He's able to stop Dunlap coming down into the turn. What's up, bacon cheeseburgers? What's happening? Elvin Priest looking rather dominant out here tonight as he has jumped that lead right back out to where it was before the caution. We'll try to get our lap count here this time through. Would like to see a green flag run go through just to see what strategies people run. I know Tuesday a lot of guys like to keep it out. Try to jump up here. Hollywood's got a good battle here for second going on. As the leader is way out there, Hollywood loses second to Hamlin Nation, looking to lose another spot. Oh, someone around right here. Not sure who that was up on the wall there. Henyo in the 22. Don't know what's going on here with this car. This is interesting. Hamlin Nation looking to chop down that lead a little bit. Still a solid car up next to the wall here as he gets going again. Oh yeah, that's right. He probably is in the drive-thru, getting in a lobster. Alright, so Hamlin Nation jumps out to second, taking it from Hollywood. Looks like Hollywood drops a lot of spots here. Typical, though, has found himself up here in fourth. And you can see Elvin way out there in turn number one. We'll keep you on board with Typical here as we take a sanctioned Captain Dave's Lobster 200 drink break. Alright, so Typical hasn't made any moves since we left the action. Or we didn't leave the action. Henson's making it a two-car battle for second. And that's going to allow Typical to just sneak right up in there. The low side's where you want it. The 20 is going to have the advantage unless the 18 gets down right here. Awful flat track to be doing that. 47 of One Fast Bean up here sticking his nose in it. Hollywood way low out of 1 and 2. So you can see second through fifth right here battling it out as 47 gets inside the 20 there off exit. And we'll see if that causes anything. Slide job not complete. Gets the 20 up in the wall a little bit, I believe. Alright, so a lot of beating and banging already. We got 6 laps to go from stage number 1 here in the Captain Dave's Lobsters 200. And then, as I mentioned before, it's not a 200. It's more like a 150 and a half, but we don't run the half. Elvin is on a different spectrum here. He's a full turn ahead. Here's the battle for second heating up. Typical trying to get back up there to second as he was before the caution came out. We are at 5 to go now here. Looks like there's a lot of beating and banging back here between these guys. 47 to the inside here. So Elvin might be able to steal him a stage win here tonight. As we find another car down low there in turn number 1. Oh, 47 got a little bit of door there. Typical just cruising in second. Henson getting passed by one fast beam for the moment. Oh, I guess he got loose coming out of the turn. But here is Elvin. We'll stay on board with him once we get down to the last laps here. As we're at 2 to go when he crossed the line there. I feel like somebody is down there in that inside portion of the track. Or I could just... Oh, Henyo is gone. Captain Dave's drive-through must have got the best of him. And there's Elvin ahead of the rest. Typical. Henson, one fast bean, and Hamlin Nation rounding up the top 5 here. And Elvin Priest is going to be coming around to get his stage win. And there it is. Elvin Priest, stage 1 winner. Typical, 2nd place. Henson, 3rd place. There's stage number 1 of the Captain Dave's Lobsters 200 from New Hampshire. And this stage break is brought to you by Skew Car. Alright, here we go. We're going to get going with stage number 2. Elvin Priest out on the front. Henson to the inside of him. One fast bean finds himself in 3rd. Typical in 4th. And Hamlin Nation in 5th to start off stage number 2 of the Captain Dave's Lobsters 200. And let's see if the domination from the 51 continues. As he does already have a win this season, as he was able to take home Chicagoland. And you can see get it up on 2 tires there going into that turn. This is a rather flat track. Takes a lot of slowing and rolling through these turns. Another guy gets dished out to the inside coming down the front stretch. As we have a good roll here. And yeah, Elvin Priest, he's way out there. He is way out there on all these restarts. And I feel like these guys do pull him in as the run goes. It's just he jumps out so fast on these restarts that it's hard to catch back up. As you can see, he runs that preferred line of mine there and that... Yes, the louvers. You can see he runs that preferred line of mine there in the turns. So we want to jump back here with all this action. A lot of people getting scatterbrained. Top 5 lines out. NASCAR the Great, welcome to the stream. You're watching the Ruthless Racing Pro Series from New Hampshire. Right now, Elvin Priest is your leader. Henson behind him. Aaron Lee, welcome back. Doing good this evening. I'm glad you all joined. Stage 1 was awesome. This guy right here dominated. Super Flow Racing. That's Monkey for those of you who might not know. Awesome to see him come through. Elvin Priest still out there. Still dominating. Look a little closer this go around than they did last. 51 did in real life, yes. But 51 in this series did win Chicagoland this year. the 2 car that we're on board with right now, he has been the dominant driver here this season. Oh no, Monkey, you should have told me it was a secret. So Elvin, as these guys battle themselves door to door, he's going to stretch his lead out, and Typical's going to try to get around right here. Oh, Typical's going to find himself pitted. He stayed too low. I was about to say it, but I did not want to give him that commentator's curse, and he done it. I knew it was going to be close. Typical done it. He pitted himself. We watched that one live. All right, Pit Road Pickle. So we'll see what that does to him. As you know, that might not have been the worst thing, as there is a pit required. I just don't know how many laps were left. Well, that lead has... Oh, as he finds himself still in here, he might be taking his full pit stop. There's Henson, though. He's in second, and he is just as small in the rear view of that 51 as the rest of them. I feel like Typical had a good shot here at this stage, and then that happened. Still, though, 44 laps remaining. He's going to have to pit again. Typical will, but he may be able to stretch out his run. I'm not sure. These guys are only going to have to pit once, so I'm not sure what Typical is going to do about that. He's going to have to make sure he gets back on that lead lap, though. That's right, that is not Skew Car. It is not. Skew Car has the blue wrench. You can see Henson and alright, I'm going to stop paying attention to this track. Oh, the chat, as up the track goes the 20 off the 47's nose, and now they're door to door. It's going to possibly allow Henson to stretch his second place lead out to an uncatchable advantage. Pit stops are looming, barring any cautions in this stage, so we'll see how these strategies work out. If you don't have a blue wrench, F you. No. All you fake wrenchers out there, we're going to get you. Alright, so Hollywood not having the best of days out here. He does find himself up fighting for a top 5 spot, though, as that is Shepard in the top 5 right ahead of him there. Once again, just want to mention, don't forget, next Thursday at Las Vegas during this same Pro Series broadcast, as every Thursday, there will be our diecast giveaway where 2 lucky winners will take home 1 diecast of their choice that is available. To see what diecasts are available in the video that we posted yesterday. So if you haven't gave that video a look, go over to the channel's page and find that video and watch it. Yes, next Thursday, March 30th. Make sure you're there. Comment your username during the live stream, full YouTube username. And I have a chance to win one of those diecasts. Some of them are autographed. Domination from the 51 continues here from New Hampshire. Captain Dave's Lobsters 200 is belonging to him so far. Pit stops still to have Uh, Still have pit stops, so strategies and all those different things. 37 to go in the stage. You could see anyone pit at any moment, as they could make it from here on out. And that's where the strategies will come in. As the 22, unable to finish his race, is the only one on pit road. Typical takes a early pit here in this stage, as he'll probably have to do it again. As we might see some guys start to get loose as this run goes on. We're nearing halfway through the stage. Super Flow looking to win some diecast. How about that? Yep. One diecast of your choice will be yours if you win. So Hamlin Nation finds himself just in a steady position here, and Shepherd and Hollywood still working on each other. Battle for 5th position. As a quick look through the field gives us where everybody's running. Typical finding himself back up through the field. And you're right, the 51 is embodying his best Jeff Burton 2000 impersonation. So skew car on the stream with no wrench is the legit skew car, and the skew car with this fake ass blue diamond wrench is not the real skew car. So domination here from the 51. Pit stop still looming though, fellas and gals. I guess we'll cause an uprising there, Aaron Lee, because we all know what that means. Alright, a lot of these cars getting slower out here. Oh, got typical up here. Oh, 19 gets down to the inside. He crashes it. It's not going to bring out a caution, though. Typical man on a mission here. Oh, 9 finds himself down into the wall. As I told you, all these pit stops coming up. Some people were going to start getting loose down in here. 9 finding himself, yeah, the 9 was finding himself back there on the back stretch just a minute ago. Elvin Priest, though. 47, I think, finds himself in second. Typical might have found himself back around to trying to get his lap back. As you can see here, he might try to get it back the hard way. Not sure exactly where he's at here. Got some guys going into pit road. 9 makes a late entry. Oh, I think he had Hollywood on his rear there, coming off of 3 and 4 there. These pit stops are coming through. 19 coming off, 9 of the 47 in. Still no pit here for Elvin, as he is still continuing the domination. A little bit of a wall bang there. Got some guys coming off pit road now. Still no pit out of the 51. 18 coming around 1 and 2 right now as he avoids a car coming off pit road. Typical still out here running, trying to get some position back. Elvin finally goes into the pits. Henson's going to stay out. Hollywood staying out. Leader loses the lead for now. It'd be Henson that took the lead there. We'll see when his pit stop comes around. 20. We'll see how many laps are here in a minute. So he finds himself going down into pit road. 51's in there kindly slideways. Hollywood comes in. Nomad finds himself coming in. I believe Dunlap there came into the pits. Nomad and Shepard pass it up, as I believe most of these other guys have pit. See Henson getting into his stall as he is the current leader. Typical might be the leader, but he's going to have another pit stop in this stage. Looks like the 18 is still the leader at this moment. What is the best road course? Man, I think it's really hard to go against Watkins Glen. I really do. Like, it's just a classic. I do like racing all the road courses, though, except Road America. That place can go to hell in a handbasket. Damn Wisconsin-ass road course. Yeah, if you don't have a wrench because you're not supposed to, then you're the fucking goat. But if you have a wrench and you're not supposed to, I don't know what's wrong with you. Alright, 51 has cycled back to the lead already. So we'll get up here and see how dominant it is. Looks like he's about to lap somebody maybe here in a couple of laps. Henson, though, he's back there in that 18. I see him. I never said I didn't have problems. Sounds like you're afraid to face your own. Monkey says he would have a wrench if he could. A monkey wrench. But it's... lap down goes to 21. As 21 laps remain in stage number 2. Try to get over here to Henson as he... see, he's going down the front stretch. Henson is coming out of 4. So yeah, the domination continues. I'm just interested in how Typical is going to play this thing out. A boatload. Awesome. Tell Jimbo we're down. Here goes Elvin with the more dominations. He's going to try to catch up to the 9 here, put him a lap down again. So stage domination for the 51 continues. Typical's early pit causes him to have some issues that he did not see coming. And Henson is kind of just right here chilling out. He finds himself coming out of 4 as this guy finds himself going, or coming out of 2 as this guy finds himself going into 3. If you're the real FBI, give yourself a wrench. A blue one. Found Hollywood back here racing. I believe he found himself in the top 5. Do it. Knock me off the live air right now. I will call the FCC on your ass. Yeah, if you can do it, I really do. I really want it. Give it to me so hard. Alright, Henson finding himself around the same lap traffic that Elvin had done work through. As you can see, Elvin way up there entering turn 1 through turn 2. And this is the next closest thing, which is not even a battle here, is the lap cars are all around the 18 here. And Typical still trying to find his way through here. Absolute domination. As no more pit stops will be required with 13 laps remaining. We'll see who's able to hang on to it. That's what I thought. Federal Bureau of Ignorance. But on a more serious note, domination. Who likes to get dominated? And if you don't, and you're racing in this race, too damn bad. Because you are getting dominated. So stage number 2 here. Been quite spacey. A lot of guys spread out all throughout the field. And the lead for that 51 car is something else. Get another lap count here in just a moment. I'm unsure if these guys are doing the burnout rule tonight, as I will call 2 final laps if I have to. Oh, we got somebody around in the front stretch, I think, maybe. Don't know. 9 to go, though. Oh, we got one put two wheels up on the wall. He almost drove it off the track. Typical still out here fighting. Don't know if he ever made that second pit stop. Henson just stretching out second place here, as that's all he's got. And Elvin has been stretching out first place since the beginning of this race. Come down, this is about 8 to go now on the stage. Oh, you don't want me banning skew cars. I think I'm going to get this one with the diamond wrench. No problem. Elvin looking to get another one down before he gets over with this stage. We are under 5 to go in stage number 2. The domination of the 51 continues. Can he get both stages and the race like his teammate Typical has done in 2 races this season? We don't necessarily like to have snooze fest. We usually have a very tight field up the front, but today it's 51. He's found something different. 4 laps remain, or 3, I'm sorry, in stage number 2. Or possibly 4, shit, I don't know. A lot of guys taking the New Hampshire Roval route. As don't forget, our All-Star race is coming up on 4/20, and it will be from the New Hampshire Roval. And also, don't forget, next Thursday, tune in for that diecast giveaway. Comment your full YouTube username and have a chance at winning one of those awesome diecast. Stage 2 is over. Here from the Captain Dave's Lobsters 200. Elvin Priest, domination continues as he wins stage 1 and 2 in many seconds of fashion. This stage break is brought to you by Skew Car, and so is this drink break. Elvin Priest, Henson, One Fast Bean, Hollywood, and Hamlin Nation, your top 5 there in stage number 2. Shepard and Nomad, the only other 2 that remained on the lead lap. G-Dog might possibly get his lap back here on this pit around. Typical may possibly not pit to try to get his lap back here. We'll see what happens there. He may have pitted way late in the stage and got away with one there. Not sure what he could have done there. He might have done that. No, Typical stays down a lap. G-Dog goes up to the free pass. So Typical still a lap down here as Elvin Priest, Henson, and One Fast Bean all take the front rows here. And just like that, man, you're gone. I'm not putting up with Me being impersonated. I don't know who the hell I kicked, but somebody's gone. Well, he'll threaten us no more, as he is gone. Gone forever. Aaron Hernandez. Look here. Restarts. Bases it out once again. I mean, they just don't have anything for this guy. Yeah, he's banned. See him later. Catching another loft. Battle up front, spacing out again. Hamlin Nation been a strong contender all season. Not had it here at New Hampshire so far. It's been the Henson and Elvin show up front. I mean, Hamlin Nation has been running around the top 4 all night, but, you know, usually see him up there door to door. You can see the 20. He caught up some time there on that 18 coming through that turn. 51 still stretching it out there. We'll see how this goes. Stage 3 is a long one. 2 pits going to be required here to get through the stage. Or I'm sorry, no, it is a 1 pit. Yeah, 1 pit required here to get through this stage as well. So we'll see how people are able to do that. Some guys may have to pit twice due to the right rear. Yeah, the right rear seems to blow out here some, so we'll see if anybody's having to pit extra for that right tire problem. And these guys behind this leader here, they should just try to stay. They should try to stay in a line to try to catch this 51. All that door-to-door battling will allow that lead to stretch way out. 20 got a little bump off the 47 coming off the turn there. Draws them even down the stretch. 20 may have the advantage on the inside here. He's going to force that 47 to use the high lanes. Here on exit, slide job complete. Can he keep it out of the wall? He keeps it up into the wall at least. 47 back down to the inside on him. So Henson about the only one that's able to keep it up here in second, it seems like. Typical, you know. He's worked himself back up through the field. Finds himself right outside the top 5 here, but a lap down. He's trying to get that lap back the hard way. You can see he's got some nose damage there on the right side of his car. Probably got a little bit of wall going through here somewhere. Thanks to everybody who watches us here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. This is the Ruthless Racing Pro Series Captain Dave's Lobsters 200 presented by Skew Car right here at New Hampshire. So typical of that lap down car, he's trying. If he can get up here around all these guys, I think he might have something to chase down over the 51. Maybe get that lap back the hard way. This is a tough stage without a caution to get a lap back. I thought Typical might have pitted later in the stage to possibly not have to pit, but I understand that might have left him more laps down. This is your top 5 in the screen besides the 2 car. .47 finds himself way down to the inside there off exit. Reverse slide job for him there. Typical finds his car going way up track. Might be a little tight there in the center. As if anybody knows Typical, he will be upset at himself. He's going to go through the field one more time. One fast bean. Hollywood in the 14 finds himself working up to the top 5. There's the 8 of Nomad and the Caterpillar Chevrolet. 24 of Dunlap. Once we get him on screen. Oh, Dunlap has found himself out of the race. There's Hamlin Nation in the 20. Shepard in the 48. Working himself right there behind Hollywood. They have moved up quite a bit trying to get a hold of that top 5. Henyo also out of the race. 19 of Big Ben. The 21 of Smitty tonight, as usually Trav Nation, not able to make it this evening. G-Dog in the 17, long-time Ruthless Racing runner. The 4 of Jared, also been here since the last season. Ed, though, in the 9 runs the Pro Series or Pro-Am Series in the 43, filling in tonight in the 9. And there's Henson in the 18, second place. Typical laps down. Elvin dominating in the lead. As you get back to Typical here, he is behind Henson now, who is in second place. And you know, old Typical, he's trying to get that lap back the hard way, as he's worked himself up through here quite a bit. Hey Roger, tell your mom I love her too. So Typical working the hard way here, as Henson might have lost it a little bit there coming out of that turn. So we're going to take another quick drink break, brought to you by Skew Car, as there is 41 laps remaining here in stage number 3. Alright, Elvin, man, the domination just continues for this guy. As we get him in here, we'll see what he says about the race if he's able to win it. You know, still a pit stop in the way between him and victory. That can always cause big problems for people out here. Typical is now working around Henson, and he has that 51 in his sights to gain that lap back. You know, maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Sometimes I'm in the action here and I'm not paying any attention to that chat. But due to the domination, I have a little bit of time to talk shit. NASCAR of the Gray. If you have PlayStation, we do accept drivers here and there. At this moment, I think we're kind of holding off on new drivers joining, but next season is always a new opportunity. And we're always accepting racers for the Pro-Am Series when the season starts. I'm not sure if any new racers are going to be accepted, but we'll see. If you have PlayStation, get up with Hollywood-2RS or myself, and we'll try to get you hooked up. Now, if you're talking about this race specifically, you cannot race in this one. It's already started. Xbox. Oh, man, that sucks. I feel like a lot of Xbox people have been watching us here. Yeah, so I feel like we've got a lot of Xbox people watching us here lately due to the Xbox situation with Heat 5, as it's not been working for nearly a month now, I hear. So I really feel for you guys on that. Superflow, I do not know exactly how many are on the lead lap. It was 8 positions were on the lead lap to start this stage. It's typical, I think, did get his lap back. Or no, he didn't. That was a different car up there ahead of old Elvin. Typical still fighting for that lap. I told you, I felt like once he worked through the field, he had the car to chase down this 51. No problem. Superflow. Is the 4 car going to go down a lap, another lap maybe here? That's going to force Elvin to make a move in that corner that I don't think he felt 100% comfortable with. Because right now it's not a battle for position, it's a battle for that 2 car here. We'll see if he's able to come up here and get that lap back. Pit stops should be happening within about 15 laps, as 1 pit stop is going to be required to get through this stage. And I don't know why, but I just noticed the helicopter in turn 4. We'll see it when it comes back around here. The Battle of the Wrenches. What a weird world we live in. People fighting over wrenches in a YouTube chat. Helicopter. Did y'all see it? Typical, getting close to that 51 with this lap traffic coming through. See if Typical's able to get that lap back here. That's interesting if he does. It means he battled all the way back from like 10th position or so, 9th position, to get up here. .19 back there, way up in the wall. Typical taking his pit stop. Interesting. Interesting move here for Typical, as he is a lap down. A lot of guys going into pits, so pit stops happening a little bit earlier than I thought. I feel like these guys might not be able to make it if they go in. I think we're around 29 remaining, possibly. Henson, he's going to keep it out here. A lot of guys going in for that service, getting them some Sunoco fuel and 4 fresh Goodyear tires. As guys make themselves back out onto the track, Henson makes himself down into pit road. Typical off pit road now, and the search for a lap continues. Here comes the 51 off pit road now. This 51 has dominated all day, and I just don't see anybody in striking distance, to be honest. Typical came back out. He is back on the move towards that lap, I think. You can see that's the leader right in front of him. So good pit sequence there for these guys. Those 4 fresh tires on that 51 have been tough all night. 19 goes in for service. Lap car between them now. Henson right there in second. Typical needs to watch that low side. Got him earlier. Typical is a lap down. That green car, the 18 back there, is in second place. So looking at about 27 laps to go, I think. I don't know if my stream dude over here is, if the laps are accurate on the side or if it just shows how many he personally has. I thought it just showed how many were in the race, but I could be wrong. We could be around 24 to go here. So we'll put it on Elvin Priest here, as he is our leader. We'll take this moment to say, please tune in next Thursday, March 30th, for the Las Vegas live stream. It will be our die-cast giveaway event. All you have to do is join the live stream on next Thursday, comment your full YouTube username, and make sure you're subscribed to the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel, and you will have a chance to win one of the die-casts in the video that we posted yesterday. All the information that you need to know about our die-cast giveaway is on the video. Just go give it a watch. Please show it some love. Give it a like. And yeah, 2 of you will be the lucky winners of one die-cast of your choice out of the options that are available in the video. Some of them are autographed. One of those cars is this one right here. It is a signed Code 3 scheme from Tony Stewart. This car is an option in the giveaway, and Hollywood's running it tonight. Unfortunately, 24 and 22 both succumbed to engine troubles. Rough night out here for most of the field, as the domination has been real. Henson probably feeling it more than anybody, as he's been basically in second about the whole time, just watching that 51 get smaller and smaller up the track. Typical, on the other hand, big incident in stage 2 caused him to pit and put him a lap down, and he still hasn't been able to recover. He's been chasing down. Oh, caution's out. Let's see what happened here. Oh, 2048's got some damage. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. That's interesting. That brings this race. Typical. Oh man, Typical isn't even the first lap down car. It was the 8 of Nomad. So this is going to be interesting. We'll see how this one's going to play out for some of these guys. That lap back is not easy to get. Somebody's going to have to not pit to get their lap back. That might be Typical. Typical might have done that. Typical got the wave around. Him and Nomad both are now on the lead lap. So Typical didn't pit right there. That's a tough situation. He might be banking on another caution to get some freshies like these other guys. We'll see if this restarts the same deal for Elvin Priest here. Henson's a little bit closer to him this time around. Three wide back there. There's Typical on those old tires making some moves. He now finds himself on the lead lap for the first time since early in stage number 2. The lead up here, though, it was close. Closer than it has been all night. But Henson, I think he's falling back down, man. That 51's tough on these restarts. He stretches the lead out so far that it's hard to... Once you do start catching him, you just don't have the time to fully get it done. That's right. This is the 51's race to lose, and we'll see how this one will pan out in the end. As we are looking at about 16 to go here. Probably 15 at the line. That's if my lap count over here is correct. Ryan Blaney, tell your mom I love her too. Tell all your mothers I love her. Maybe you all have the same mother. I don't know. But tell her. Oh, you, Bo Jodin? You tell Jill I love her. Bo Jodin. Hey, Senior All's mother's my best. Alright, so the lead not like it was before. Henson challenging the 51. Something he's not had is a very large car in his rearview mirror. A little bit of a top coming off of that turn for the 18. He's losing that leader as these guys kind of just stretched out to an awesome lead. I believe Hollywood finds himself up here in third. Good battle going on behind him back there. Typical is on those worn tires, and so about all he's done is got himself on the lead lap. It's going to require another caution for that 2 car to have a chance at this one. Hey, we'll take it. More commenters than viewers. Woo! Hollywood getting up track there. 20 of Hamlin Nation, been a tough performer all day. Been pretty solid in the top 3. Is working hard on the 14 Ford of Hollywood. '20 of Hamlin Nation almost pulls a typical, but not able to do it. He's able to get away from it. Battle for the lead appears tighter and tighter. And I say tighter and tighter because it has not been like this all evening long. That 51 has jumped out on every restart and been the man to beat, the man to catch. And this is his race to lose here. That's 213 comments tonight. Greatly appreciated, everybody. So we probably got about 20 minutes to go in this race. Maybe. If my lap counter is correct, we are under 10 to go. It would be 8 to go here, I believe, for the 51. Barring any burnout rule tonight. I don't know if they're doing it or not. Make sure everybody sticks around after the race to catch driver interviews. Hey, RD8, you're right. Still better than a Texas race. Especially in this new gen car. So we are looking 6 to go here at the line, I believe. Y'all can't hold me to it because I don't know for sure. That 9 car isn't a lap count. He's just had a rough day. Hey, you're a Kyle Busch fan. You can't be shitting on the Chevrolets. You don't drive a Toyota anymore. This is first and second, 5 to go. I think. Henson getting close. That restart or whatever adjustment that Henson made off that caution earlier, it could have been the difference for him. Oh! 18 went around! Oh my goodness, he gets hit! That's going to bring out a caution probably. Oh my goodness. Oh man. What a tragedy. What a tragedy. Well, the leader was in danger, but not anymore, as it is free sailing for him. Let's see. Oh, Henson, I'm sure he is madder than a wet hen. So I hope no cautions come out during all this. Oh, one did come out. That might be a manual caution called, or the end of the race. I'm not quite sure. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. No, there's still time to go in this race. Possibly manual caution. Manual caution. Alright, so this race is coming down to it now. Alright, manual was thrown. Oh, burnout rule. That's exactly what we're doing here. And I've messed it up. So there's your winner in the 51. And this burnout rule is for our drivers. As here they come to the line now. And that will finish our race. Alright, so sheer domination by the 51 tonight. It was never in question. I mean, Henson had a chance there at the end, but he lost it on the low side. I mean, real late in the race. Possibly the last lap there. But Elvin gets first. Hamlin Nation gets second. Typical in third. Shepherd and Fast Bean round up your top 5. Hollywood, G-Dog, Nomad, Henson Racing, and Big Ben round up your top 10. 10th place down was at least 2 laps down. Everybody else in the top 9 finishes on the lead lap. As we will try to get those guys in here. Make sure you stick around for post-race interviews. Alright, so we'll wait for these guys to get out and in here to get some interviews going. Elvin was the winner. Elvin Priest did win. Get over here. Typical was our 3rd place finisher. Oh no, I always press this button. I always press this shit. Alright. I think Typical was our 3rd place finisher. So we'll see. Hamlin Nation joins. He finished 2nd. So we wait on these other guys. There is Typical. And then Elvin. Alright. Alright, so...
Hey, can I go first real quick?
What's happening?
Just everybody that's watching, make sure we're getting on next week. Thursday. It's going to be our dry cast giveaway. We want your full name in the live chat, full username to get entered, and then we're going to add those or get all those results in from everybody that enters. Get it in a random.org chooser, and we're going to pick 2 winners after that. So, hell of a race by everybody. I think Elvin led almost every single lap. So major props to him and the MFF guys. But we'll see y'all next week. That's it for me.
All right, thank you, Hollywood. Hollywood came in, told y'all everything I told you about 20 times tonight. But no,
Just had to make sure
typical.
they heard it for one more time.
Yeah, good race out of you, Hollywood. Felt like you should have finished a little better, but
That's okay. It was fun. That's all that matters.
all right. So now we're going to get over. I'm hearing a little echo from somebody. Oh, that was him. Anyways, typical third place finish. Had to do it a real hard way. I mean, caution really saved your hind end there, and you didn't pit. So, I mean, after that caution, you know, the pitting incident, everybody saw it. But after working your way back there and not pitting and getting the wave around, how was you able to take home third with those bad, worn tires?
The plan wasn't to get back up to the front first. I was hoping for just another caution. I wasn't even expecting to keep up, but I was able to run 28 the whole field run, so I knew around 10 laps I'd be able to maybe suck people back in and make some passes, but there's a lot of mistakes that happened in front of me. I was just able to get through them after a tough first and second stage. Uh, I don't want to take credit away from Melvin, but I think if I was on the lead lap, it would have been maybe a different story.
I hear you. I said all night, even when he was working up through there with that lap down, you got on his rear there and had to pit. But I was saying, if anybody could have done it, it would have been you, because you had definitely a car that was chasing him down. Just had that lap down against you. But nonetheless, you stuck to it, and it gave you a top 3. So congratulations on that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, awesome. So next we're going to go over to Hamlin Nation, who was a good top 3 contender all night. Real tough. Elvin was just hard to deal with. Every restart seemed like he stretched out there so many seconds that once people did start catching him, it just didn't do any good. But yeah, you stayed up there all night, Hamlin, and another race, that might not have went your way, but another great points day. Elaborate on how your race went.
It was really good. Going into this race, I didn't get 2 days of practice because of work and stuff like that. But I didn't think I was capable of even finishing top 5, and here I am in the booth. Shockingly, I want to give out some shout outs. Number one, the 18 car probably should have been in my place right now in the booth. I mean, I probably could have still finished third, but I want to give credit to him. Same thing to the 48 car of Shepard. He was really fast. Me and him had a great battle in the final 5 laps. Sadly, he, I guess, made a mistake and Ty took third, but it was a good race. And Elvin, amazing job. Shout out to the whole MFF organization. They all ran great tonight. Wish things went different for Nomad. I want to apologize for cutting him off on the last restart, but overall, good night, great points night, and we get to go on to Vegas.
Sounds good. Yeah, good race out there. Thanks for racing here in Ruthless Racing with us, and persevere. That win will come.
Thank you.
All right, good deal. And a man that really doesn't need any introduction, hardly, because he led, I believe, every single lap but the first one. That is Elvin Priest in the 51 tonight, the Carolina Cooker car. Absolute dominating win. Kind of just take us through how those restarts, how you were able to jump out so far on those restarts, and then maybe what changed there when Henson was able to keep up with you on that one restart there at the end.
All right, before I answer all that, I just need to get this out. You might want to cover your ears, all right? That's just a warning. Yeah! All right, now we're good. All right.
Cringe.
Shut up, Ty. All right, so I had my gears right. I usually always have them right in the start. I instantly took off there. And Henson, I looked in my mirror and he was always right there, man. Especially at the end. Had me shivering, dude. But for his first race back, he did really freaking good. I thought he was going to get me, to be honest with you. And yeah.
All right, so yeah, big dominating win for you there. I mean, I really don't think anybody had anything for you. Even the 18, I feel like if he wouldn't have slipped up there at the end, he still would have not been quite the winner. I feel like you just had too strong of a car out there. But nonetheless, next week we go on to Vegas where the gambling happens. And what do you have for there?
And that's what I say every single time. You just gotta watch and find out.
Sounds good to me. Do you have anything you want to say? Shout out?
Um, MFF got a 1-2-3. I'm very happy as a team owner of MFF and the owner. I'm just very proud of my guys. Wish some of them were a little bit up there, but you can't control everything in the race that happens.
That's true. But and another tidbit I want to share with you: you join your teammate Typical as I believe the only Ruthless Racing driver to sweep a full race. So congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, guys, that's it for the interviews. And I just want to remind you all next Thursday, please tune into that live stream, March 30th, 9 p.m. Comment your full YouTube username and have a chance to win a diecast that is shown in the video that we posted yesterday. If you haven't checked that out, please go over to the YouTube, Ruthless Racing YouTube, and check out that video. This was the Captain Dave's Lobsters 200 presented by Skew Car from New Hampshire. Your winner was Elvin in dominating fashion. And as always, thanks for watching Ruthless Racing Pro Series here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. Y'all have a great and wonderful weekend, and we'll catch you next week for action from Las Vegas.